So we've all been there. You're progressing, you're making progress, and then boom, you just hit a plateau and you can't seem to make progress no matter what you do. So today I'm going to give you 3 very simple things that you can do when the progress stops. So let's assume that you've been actually training consistently. Let's assume also that you've been eating enough, so not completely starving yourself. And let's also assume that you've been sleeping enough. It's a lot of assumptions, but let's say those things are in check. So what to do then when the progress stops? The first thing that you can do is focus on 1 or 2 things regarding your training. And if I would ask you right now, what's your number 1 priority regarding your training? And if you say, oh, it's the front lever, the human flag, the planche, the shoulder press, the iron cross, and this causes a bit of confusion. In life also, it's good to keep it simple. So think about what's the most important priority right now for you. And if you're not yet on the highest level, then that would usually be the overhead press or the pike push-up or the handstand push-up. And as for the pulling, the weighted chin-up or the weighted pull-up. So if you just keep that focus on 2 things instead of on 16 different things and just get stronger, all the other stuff will become easier as well. So the second thing you can do is to take some sort of a deload week or an active rest week without lifting heavy. So something that will not stress the central nervous system. So the reason why the progress of strength training usually stops is either an injury or just the central nervous system gets a little bit burned out. So if you're feeling like your grip is just getting weaker, like when you're making a fist, you feel like you don't really have that true strength, that's probably a sign of a central nervous system being a little bit beat down. So make sure to take at least a couple of days, if not a week, of just lighter intensity, more repetitions, or take some days off and focus on some other activities. And then thing number 3, so after you hit a plateau, easiest thing that you can do is just switch up the variation of the exercise. So don't go from a weighted chin-up and, oh, now I'm going to do rows for 6 months. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But instead of focusing on the weighted chin-up, go for a weighted pull-up. Or for a neutral grip, try to switch up the width of the grip. If you've been focusing on the weighted pull-up for 1 year or maybe 2 years and now you're stagnating, work on the weighted chin-up. And that will also make sure that you avoid any type of overuse injuries, because if you've been working on a pull-up for such a long time, your brachialis and brachioradialis are doing a whole lot of work, while the primary flexor of the elbow is that bicep. So if you get the bicep stronger, your overall pulling strength will also be strong. And regarding overhead press, it's about the same thing. You've been doing back-to-wall handstand push-up for 12 weeks, now go chest-to-wall, or go pike push-up, or go overhead press. Have some variety, not on a daily basis and weekly basis so much, but on a monthly and yearly basis, variety is very, very important. Don't work just on the weighted pull-up exclusively all year round. That's how you get injured. To sum it all up, make sure, guys, you're getting enough sleep. Make sure you're not starving yourself. Strength doesn't like to go up if you're starving yourself or if you're really lacking in sleep, because that's the most important thing to recover. And make sure to, when the progress stops, focus on 1 or 2 things. Second thing, take an occasional deload, a couple of days or maybe even a week of rest or just lighter training. So nothing less than 5 intense reps. And then the third thing, before you run into an overuse injury or before you hit a complete plateau, make sure to switch up the variation of the primary exercise that you're focusing on, and that will get you to another level. Before we continue, guys, I actually have some exciting news. So me and my team are giving away 10 to 20 spots for you guys to have a free coaching call with a coach on my team. And you know I got the best coaches. And they will help you tremendously on your way to become stronger and more successful with your training or your health. If you wonder if there's a catch, there's no catch actually. The reason why I'm doing this is because of you. I'm living my dream, so I want you to live your dream also. And I've been struggling a lot with calisthenics, despite the fact that many people think I was just born superhuman. You know, it was a lot of hard work that got me there. So I want you to do the same. So make sure to schedule a coaching call right there and hop on a call. Thank you for your attention and your time, and enjoy your training. Bye. You're a champion.